Hello everyone, I'm International Grandmaster, and in this video I'm going to talk about Ruy Lopez and how to play with black against Ruy Lopez. I will show you the Breyer variation, Breyer defense, also it is called. Okay, I had a big experience in this defense. This is very solid system, and I think one of the most logical system against Ruy Lopez. Okay, Ruy Lopez, this is a bishop d5 move. White's idea is to attack this knight and threatening to take this pawn on e5, a6, bishop to a4, knight to f6, short castle, bishop to e7, rook to e1, b5, bishop to b3, d6, c3, short castle. This is the main position, h3. Also, okay, of course, there is d4, but this is not the main move because bishop g4, bishop e3. Okay, this is not the topic of this video. In this video, I want to focus on h3. Here, black has a lot of continuations, but okay, there are three line for black how to play this position. First is to improve this bishop. And for example, rook e8, or first bishop b7, then rook e8, bishop f8, or also h6, then rook e8, bishop f8. So it is called Smyslov system, or this it is called Zaitsev variation. The second line is it is called knight e5. So the idea is to gain space on the queen side and to strengthen the control over d4 square. And the other idea is it is called Breyer variation. Again, the same idea to strengthen the control on d4 square, but the second idea also is to improve the position of this knight and to transfer this knight from c6 to d7 square to the center of the board, close to the center of the board. And the main advantage behind of this move is that the knight on e5 is far from the center of the board, so this is a very often this is a big problem for black. Okay, and this is the idea of knight to b8, knight d7. So knight b to d2, this is the main option, but recently it was very popular c4 move. It was very popular last 10 years. Okay, of course we will cover this possibility in the next videos, but in this video I'm going to focus on the main line. I think this is the main line. With this line we have to study Breyer defense. Yeah, it's very logical, very typical for Spanish, for Lopez, for also for Joko Piano, this maneuver of the knight. G6, so I recommend you. Also, there is a modern line, c5 immediately, and then rook e8. But okay, I want to focus on the classical Breyer, knight g3, g6 now. Yeah, this is a till this moment all this is very logical. Of course, white has another option instead of knight f1 to attack this pawn immediately and to play before then bishop d3. This is another important system against Breyer variation, but in this video I want to focus on this. So yeah, in this position black setup is very flexible. The main problem for white here is there is no bishop e3 is a bad move, but this is the most logical. But unfortunately, this is the bad move because of this. And it is impossible to take with the pawn because this pawn on e4 is fanging. So this is the main problem in this position for white, to find good square for this bishop. d2 it looks so awkward. Bishop g5 again after h6 there is no bishop e3, and this is a main problem. So the problem that with this pawn, also black has idea to play d5 in the right moment and to equalize totally. So what to do with white? With white, we have to play. So white has different ideas. First is a4. We will. I want to focus on this move in this video. Yeah, the idea to play 4 is to, after bishop g7, to attack this pawn. And now black. So the only reasonable option for black is to play c6, but now this bishop b7 is very passive, and I recommend. I played this type of positions with c6 pawn many times, but I strongly recommend you to avoid this, and so to play with this active bishop. For this reason, my recommendation and the main move here is c5. Now bishop d3 is not a good idea because of take, and then, or even take here and knight c5, and black has fantastic position. So for this reason, white has to close the center with d5 move, and now very important move c4 to grab the space on the queen side. And this is a very good option here. Also nowadays, yeah, so when the pawn on a2, there is a very good option for white to play b3, and then against c takes b3, take with this pawn. But here it doesn't work, and this is very good. So knight c4, for example, b3, take, bishop b3, knight c5, and this is not good for white. Bishop g5 is the main option here. Yeah, and now very interesting position. There are a lot of games. Okay, few words about this position. Yeah, the main plan for white, for black, is to play knight c5, then to try to exchange these dark squared bishops, and also very important to improve this bishop and to play in the right moment bishop c8 and bishop d7. In this case, black has a good chances even to seize the initiative. But okay, what is the main problem for black in this setup is uh, king position is weak, and white has a good chances to attack on the king side. Also very important that h6 logical move, try to avoid this pinned knight. But unfortunately for black, knight c5 doesn't work here because of take, and then many years ago, in the period of non-computer period of time, this type of position, it is was evaluated like fantastic for black, because black has a very strong dark square bishop, and this bishop on c2 is very bad, and this bishop on e3 was very strong. But nowadays it is not so easy, and nowadays this position is unpleasant. A very simple plan, for example, for white is to play then bishop d1, bishop e2, then rook f2 b1, and try to break black's position on the queen side with b3 push, pawn push. So, for this reason, I strongly recommend you to avoid this. Interesting to play queen c7, then knight c5, but here, yeah, very good idea for white to play and then f4. So, for this reason, this is a quite complicated position, and I try to play this knight c5, queen d2, and then bishop e7. This is a modern idea, bishop to h6, and I try to play knight f2 d7. I try to play knight a4, but this is a, I think this is a very, the idea of Pavel Ilyanov, but I don't like this idea. I think this is a, from positional point of view, this is terrible idea, because black give up this fantastic knight c5 for the bad bishop c2. Also, black destroyed his own structure, own pawn structure. Yeah, but black's idea is to occupy this d3 square and to play knight c5. I played this move. Maybe better was bishop a6 and then knight c5. But okay, but I'm afraid of knight g4, then f4 idea. I played this move, knight c5, and now it was fantastic idea to this. Yes, during the game I hope that my opponent didn't make this move, because after this the rook is trapped. But unfortunately for black, my opponent went for this line, and now this position is very unpleasant for black. So this is a very strong past pawn protected. Very easy plan to play 5 and to attack on the queen side. Okay, and in the game it was this knight to f5, so immediate attack. It looks, yeah, look on the position. There are 4 pieces on the king side, and black doesn't have any pieces. Okay, I take this, knight h6, and then knight f5 was played in the game. The idea is to checkmate. Okay, black has an extra pawn, but black's position is terrible, and white has a very strong attacking ideas, so black is losing. Yes, and I don't know, maybe I resigned here because there are a lot of threats. Take on e7, then queen c6. I didn't find any options. I decided to resign. Okay, terrible game. I was totally destroyed. Uh, but okay, but I think that the main point of this game, that this modern idea of Pavel Ilyanov is uh, very bad, and I don't recommend you to do this. Instead of this, I think you have to try to um, try this dark square bishops. This is a yes, and oh, I don't know, maybe rook b8, then bishop c8, just logical, to play a logical chess. Maybe you can start with h6, bishop e3, and then this idea, king to h7, then knight c5. Also very interesting. So, okay, next video I will show you how to deal with b3 line in Breyer variation. I mean this, yeah, how to deal with this idea if you have a black pieces. Okay, and also if you have some questions, you can write me. Also, I once per week I give free consultation, free lesson for 30 minutes, and we discuss some during this lesson. Some, if you have some questions, or you want to show me your games, I will help you and we will analyze this, and I will give you some advices how to improve your chess.